Okay. Okay, now we are recording. After that, we're gonna post this video on our YouTube channel, and feel free to watch it and review and thinking about it, what words you should be pay more attention, or what you can give some. If you can give some advices to me, we can talk about it after we review our video at our English speaking YouTube channel. So guys, we are here today with a new guest. Her name is Gustavo. Gustavo is a co-worker of mine, so we work at the same company. But today we just came here not to talk about job, but to practice our speaking skills, to practice and improve our vocabulary. And I'm so glad to have and to account with Gustavo here. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good conversation. I brought some talks to speak with him. Maybe we're gonna live out this English season better than when we started. So I hope. Let me just so just a second. Okay, my connection seems to be very low, but now it's better. Okay, so as I just said, her name is Gustavo, and I'm Alexandro, guys. Probably you already know. If you are not subscribed at our YouTube channel, I really appreciate that you did. So subscribe at our YouTube channel, give a thumbs up, and let's do it. Let's jump on our English speaking session. So first of all, of course, we already did. Gustavo and I, we were talking about ourselves. We introduced ourselves, each other here. But feel free, Gustavo, tell us a little bit. So now I would like to ask you, where you live?
So, hello, Alexandro. It's a pleasure to be here in your YouTube channel. Thank you for having me. But so I live in Dayatuba. It's a countryside of states of São Paulo, nearby Campinas. I think around 30 kilometers.
Nice, nice. So, and you already told, but how old are you? This is an important question.
Well, I just turned 31 last Friday. So, yeah.
Nice. It's younger. It's younger. Yeah. Me too,
Yeah,
man.
so,
To be honest, I'm 32 now. I'm 32. I'm gonna be turn 30, 33 this year, but we are younger. We have a lot of time in front of us to achieve our dreams. In English, it's part of our dream, and we're gonna achieve a lot of amazing things with it. And what do you do for a living? Just tell me what you do. If you, of course, you don't need it to share the name of their company, the name of the people, but just say for us. Just try explain a little bit about what do you do for a living.
okay, I will try to say and keep in the secret the company we work. But I'm a manager. I'm a maintenance coordinator. I have a team of technical technicians that work with automation. So it's 10
Nice.
technicians, one supervisors, and we take care of a big machine for logistic systems, logistic composite systems. And basically, I work for an e-commerce company.
Nice. It's so big. It's a huge company, guys. You have no idea because we cannot share here, but it's a huge company. There's so many jobs to do. There's so many work to do, and we have been doing. I hope we have been doing a great job. I believe so. And
So,
guys, I hope so. How long you have been studying English, Gustavo?
well, it's been quite a while, and I mean, I think my first contact with English was when I was working in the previous company before I moved to this actual company. I started learning from my colleagues. I got to work with foreigners from the Danish people from Denmark came to Brazil to work in a project. I didn't know how to speak English at that time, but I did as you told me. I tried to study. I was looking in internet content, YouTube channel content, and I could find a lot of information. And then I start from this. And in a couple of months, I was already being able to communicate myself, explain what I was doing, and understanding what had to be done. So from this time and on, I just keep on improving by studying by myself and with others, speaking, practicing with my foreigner colleagues. And then I also got the opportunity to travel outside Brazil. I went to South Africa for I don't know it's how do you call this, but for studying. I went to South Africa for studying Cape Town, and then I went to Denmark, Netherlands, Germany, a couple of countries that I was also able to speak English as a second language, but I was able to communicate myself. And also when I lose the fear of speaking.
Nice. That was nice, man. So you travel a lot. You have a big opportunity to study abroad. Study abroad, it's one of the, I believe it's one dream for everyone who are learning a new language. Is one of this goal is study abroad. Study abroad is very important and give you another way of thinking about things. You know, another way to think. Another point of view of our life. So that's very important. It's open a mind. It does open your mind, and I can see your improvement. You speak English very well, very well. It's quite difficult to say that you are not American or you are not you are a Brazilian, because Brazilian, you know, have a different accent. As you can see in my own example, we are easily catch it when we are talking in the middle of people. This guy from Brazil, for maybe it's Brazilian, because they easily recognize our accent. I don't know why, but people, the American people, Chinese people, they already know almost without speaking anything. They already know that we are Brazilian. I don't know why. It's quite difficult, but that's why we have been trying to improve our accent and our pronunciation. And I believe you did a good job because you have an excellent English level. So let me change for the next. Okay. So now we're gonna speak about a topic, a new topic. So I'd like to ask you some questions about your work. So you already said that you are in management. So what do you enjoy most about your work today?
Well, yeah, that's a great question because what I most like about my job is to develop persons. I like to develop my team. Uh, you know, that's to have the opportunity to take the best of them and improve their skills, give them the opportunity to do the things by themselves and not to be every time around it, telling them what to do, like bossing around. I don't like to be this kind of manager. I
Nice.
like to
That's
give
very
them the opportunity to do the job, do their best, and have their commitment for doing this. Take the best.
Yes, you like to give the opportunity to them to act as the owner of the company, as the owner of their section. So if you are responsible for this workplace, you're gonna be responsible for this workplace. So I give you everything that you need to do your job, but who will do is just yourself. You have the opportunity, you have the ability, and I trust you to do your job. So that's very important. It's like you just said before we started this recording. You just said that you like to be a leader, as a leader, not as a boss, because boss is someone who just I'd like to be the number. I like to see the numbers. Give me the numbers. I'd like to watch it. Give it to us the KPIs. Let me see what you are doing. But this is some. It's a right for a certain time, but after a while, it starts to be quite difficult environment to people develop it. So, and they felt that they're gonna feel this. So, if you are as a leader, if you act as a leader, they know that you're gonna be how can I say, understandable person. You're gonna be a helpful hands for them, so they're gonna understand that they have someone to account if they need. So that's the best part. If I
I
need
hope
some
so.
help,
I hope they feel like this. I mean, because yeah, as I said, I'm striving to be a leader, to be a better leader. Every day is an opportunity to be better, and I think the right word to say that's it. I give them autonomy to make the decisions, to
right,
develop the way they think they are right, and then think, I just let them know that I'm there if they need, and I'm there watching whenever they
right.
need my help.
I like the word that you use. It. You just use it. Autonomy is very important for people because doing that, they gonna be develop themselves. They're gonna develop themselves. They're gonna improve their careers, and it's gonna be awesome. And they always will remember you. They always will remember, because I have a guy. I had a mentor, I should say, at my career. Everything I always said for everyone who asked me about my career, I always use him as my mentor, because even today I always talk with him. I send messages by LinkedIn, by WhatsApp, because he is very important to my career. I learned a lot with him, and it's I remember him, as you just said, as a leader, as a person who inspired us, who give everything that we need to do the job. So he give an assistance, he give the support if you need, because depending on the situation, you're gonna need support. And sometimes in some misunderstanding, there's a lot of misunderstanding, but we needed someone that will gonna support us, that are gonna defend us if it needs, because as you just said, we are a team. We are a team. We work as the same goal. We work above the same goal, or below the same goal, the same company. So that is how I see a team. So that's very important. So you just use the word in a good way. You give them autonomy. It's very
Yeah.
important.
There's a very common statement in English that you say, "There's no I on team."
Yes, yes, exactly. There's no I. Yes, we are in team. So there are a lot of responsible. So in Portuguese, I know a lot of. It's like a phrasal verbs. I don't know, maybe phrasal verbs. In Portuguese, there's a lot that, but I don't know how should I say in English. Let me try translate one very important that I need. Let's remember her. Maybe I could not remember anyone here, but after maybe in the next English sessions, we're gonna bring some very interesting phrasal verbs related to job. That is so usually, it's common usually in Portuguese, but in English it's quite difficult to hear the same phrases. But sorry, because I couldn't remember anyone here. Let me try. If I remember in the future here, I'm gonna say to you. But very interesting. And now you just said number 3, you just answered. Let's try to number 4. Is there any other work you would like to do in the future?
Yeah, I was asked about that last Saturday by my English teacher. What would be the dream job? And the answer was that, I love work with automation, and I also love to travel around the world. So if I could join those two things, that would be the best thing. I mean, not traveling by myself as in the past, but traveling and take my family with me. I think that would be the best work ever.
Yes, that's nice, man. I couldn't agree more. Very, very. I believe it's a gorgeous, it's an amazing dream that you have. I always thought the same. I always thought the same. I should be able to, maybe in my current situation, maybe it's not possible, but I have been watching, I have been looking forward to thinking about that in the future with my English. Maybe I'm trying to study to start a new course here, which is gonna be I'm thinking about it yet. I don't did my apply it yet, but I'm thinking about it to apply mechanical engineer. I like mechanic. I like to work, like I just said for you here. I always be around of people who are related to this area, and I learn a lot with them. So I believe that it's going to be one of the big areas that I should improve a lot, and I should help. I can help it with this. Maybe if I did this course, I'm gonna be very interested. I'm gonna be a better professional, or one of the best professional on this area. So maybe, but I'm just thinking around. I don't know yet exactly if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna start my new course, but I'm thinking about it. So you just said, so you like to travel, and of course brings your family with you. It's gonna be awesome, because sometimes you are delegated to travel, but unfortunately, just for job, and maybe we will stay there 30 days, 20 days, 15 days, sometimes in other country, maybe to get a new idea, to get a new vision about a new project. So that's very interesting. For one side, it's very interesting because you improve a lot, but in other hand, you have this problem because you, how can I say, you miss your family, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I felt like this every time that I traveled without my family. I could enjoy the part of being abroad in, in a nice country, nice capital, visiting places, nice places, but but by myself, alone. So I felt lonely without my family with me. So this time I want to join those things together if I had the chance. I mean, being in a nice place with nice people, with people that I love.
Nice, nice. This phrase is famous, man. Maybe I've heard about this phrase. So, be in a good place with people who I love, something like that. There's a
Well,
famous phrase like that. I don't remember
I
exactly
never
what.
heard. I think I just made it up, but perhaps yes.
I believe so. I believe it's a famous phrase. But yes, it's very important to have some the loved ones with us, and they are our supports. They are our supports. So sometimes we thinking. I should be honest with you. Sometimes we think and give up. Sometimes we think give up because the things is not easy. But the things are at our life is not going to be easy. But when we felt that people are around us, that giving us the right support for you, giving the encourage you as our family, our wives, our children. When I arrive at home after all day long working, I arrive at home and my son starts speaking with me. My son start to just made some tricks with me, and my daughter is quite difficult because she's 12 years old. So do you know this? At this age, this average, it's quite difficult, but she is very. She's a beautiful daughter. I love the both of them, and that is an amazing feeling. So that's what I'm facing my problems every day. That's why I try to improve at my career every day, to be a better person tomorrow, to do my best tomorrow, and that's is exactly what we need. We need our family. We need someone who are maybe who are beside us, who are not beside. I should say that who are together with us, really together, because this is the meaning of the words together. Together is someone who really would help you if you need it, will support you if you need it. That's interesting. What do you normally, the number five, what do you normally do when you finish your work every day? So probably you live closer or far from the workplace?
Well, it depends. I mean, as a manager, I have this privilege of working in many, working from home, but also I can
Home
go
office,
to
yes.
the other. I would say we have you can say that sorting center or where we
Yeah.
have our distribution centers. So I have one nearby my home, not my home, but I have others that are uh, a little bit far. So I can choose which one I go. So actually, I cannot choose it. I got this
Yeah,
stuff.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes you
sometimes,
should be there. You
yeah.
just should be there.
Sometimes I don't choose. I have to be there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly,
But
exactly.
when I finish my work, well, I'm currently studying in a college doing a graduation. So when I finish my work, then I have to go to school, to college. But when I finish college, then I go to home. My children are already sleeping, and my wife is waiting for me with dinner. And
Oh,
but at the weekends, let's say at the weekends, I try not to work a lot. I still have some job to do, some text to message, but I try to avoid the next one as I can because I try to, I would say, to spend my free time with my family because during the time I don't have time at all. I'm working from in the morning and studying at the night. So when I got home, my children are already sleeping. At the weekends, I spend my free time with my family. We go to the park, go to the mall. We we play football, and
Spend
double,
time together.
yeah,
Spend time
double,
together.
everything. Double dutch with my kids. You know, the with the cord, double dutch, and just start jumping.
Oh yes, yes, I do. I do. Very interesting. Very interesting.
It's
And
one of the things that my kids most love. So I like this.
nice, nice. But you have a busy day, man. You have a busy week. So you start working early and you work until 6 p.m. maybe. And after that, you needed to prepare yourself to be ready for your college. And after that, you went to your home or you finish. I don't know if you were studying a distance like they call today, but even though you needed to maybe stop to study at 10 p.m. And after that, the people are just I believe that you just said the children are already sleeping, unfortunately. But as you told him, at the weekends we have a free time. We have this benefit at this company. This company is, I believe, I have been working for a lot of previous company, but at there, unfortunately, I had no opportunity to spend my time, my weekends at home. As I told you, I always stick around of maintenance people, but unfortunately, there were a lot of jobs to do at weekends, and some of them was necessary to have me present, to have me with them, to make some notifications, to help them with their risks and the hazards of their jobs. I work as a gas company. Do you know? I work at the last company which I work for was related to GLP, which was related to petroleum. So it was quite difficult when the maintenance people had some to cut something, to put something together by flare. I don't know how can I say in English, but it was warm work. I believe that's the right definition. So, but now at this company which we are working for, it's quite better because I have the opportunity to spend my weekend doing whatever I want. Of course, if we had some, as you, if you have some things to do, some emergency, some necessary things to reply to help the company, of course we do. But the majority of time we have a weekend to spend with our family, and that's amazing. That's very important. I know weekdays it's gonna be awesome if we had the opportunity to spend with them, but as you just said, it's some needs that we needed to do, needed to study, needed to develop, because in the future we can give them the best of life. We can give them a good condition to their future. So that's why we work hard. That's why we study a lot. But you have a great time, and you have the weekends to spend with them, and that's amazing. That's very important to them to have you with them at the weekends. I really appreciate what you just said, because we are the same boat on that one. We're on the same boat. The last but not least, will you have do more training for work in the future? So will you have do or you will have to do more training for your work in the future? So you are a management at a big company, and there, of course, you always is learning something, always need to learn new techniques or new procedures. And how is this part? So you always have to do it. How is the difficult? How is the most difficult parts at your career right now related to management, a huge company related to maintenance and facilities and things like that? What do you think about? We will have to do more training for your work, so we needed to learn more, or are you comfortable with the things that you already know?
I don't know if I will ever feel comfortable. I always feel like I'm not ready for what I'm doing. It was since I started working, actually. Every company that I started, I was thinking that I was behind all my other colleagues. So this is one thing I always strive to learning more. I heard, I read it once a phrase that would say, eager learner." I don't actually know what that means, but that sounds awesome. Like somebody that likes to learn, uh, that goes for more knowledge. That's
Yes,
the person
willing,
that
willing to learning. You just said willing to learning. That's it.
eager,
Will to learner.
eager,
Either. Okay, either to learn.
eager to learn.
Eager, exactly, eager to
Uh,
learn. So it was you are seeking something like you are seeking to learn
yes,
more. You
yes,
are you have the will, the right will to learn to develop yourself. So, but that's
yes,
right. That's
exactly. When I started at this company, this is my first job as a manager. I've never been a manager before, so it was already a challenge just right from the beginning because I was wondering what does a manager do, and I was thinking about my previous managers and what things they did that was nice to me or something that was available that was worth to 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 reproduce, and what was the things that wasn't worth or I didn't want to reproduce with people that work for me. So there's this guy is a supervisor. He replies to me. He gave me a set of books of how to manage it, things like this. Uh, One of the books was like the 21 Rules of Managing from James C. Maxwell, and that was
nice.
wonderful. And he told me that, well, I know you were never met, you were never a manager before, so I know how it is important to you, and I want to help you how to be a manager. And I'm praying to God that you're gonna be a good manager, and that God will, I would say, enlighten you, so you all will work together, and we will all improve together. That was amazing of this colleague.
Nice, man. No,
And then,
that was so nice for him. That was
yeah,
a nice attitude, nice action that he gave he take. So that was very, how can I say? Now I felt emotional about it because it's quite hard to find
yeah,
someone like
that's
this.
true. It's like a true colleague. I mean, a true friend, I could say. Um, but then I read this book. I learned a lot from this book, and I learned uh, how to have uh, empathy for my colleagues and to be in their shoes before I take any decision, before I make any actions, to think on others, on what impacts my decision will make in others' lives.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
that was the big challenge for me. But also, I'm a technician, so everything about the machine systems I understand. I just don't know about how to manage. There was a manager. He would say like managing people is like managing expectations, and you need to learn how to manage expectations. And
Nice.
you need to keep people committed, but you cannot, how to say, promise things that you cannot do. So you need to find the balance, keep them committed with the truth, with what you really can offer for them.
Exact. So that part is quite difficult. So it's not easy to keep them commitment without promise new things. So it's exactly as you just said. It's a balance. You should take care of the balance of the motivational, the commitment, and of course the because they are looking for the future. Everyone who works in a big company, they are looking forward to maybe to earn more money, to be a better professional, to maybe to get promotions. So they are always looking up. They are always looking up. So, but of course, we needed to uh, keep them commitment with that, keep them looking forward to their promotion, for their career, for the improvement. And it's quite, if that is, I believe that the best or the hardest part of the management, this company, a huge company like you are, is keep them commitment without to make some false promises, false promises. We don't like it to give them false promises. So everything that you said should be true, should be the true when comes to career, to level up and things like that. But very interesting, man. I like it so much what you just told about. Let me just say here. Now I'm gonna talk about watch TV. Let's change a little bit our topic. So before you answer any question about that, I'd like to advise you that I'd like to inform you these questions were taken by the IELTS speaking test. So I always went to the IELTS speaking website and I choose some questions, I choose some topics there, and I just brought for us here because I believe it's going to be awesome because they are trying to make us speak a lot of just one topic. For instance, we're going to speak now about watch TV. So let's jump into the first question. How many hours a day do we spend watching television?
Well, that's that's interesting because you asked what how was my day or what I would do in my free time when I get home after the college and my wife is waiting me with with dinner. After dinner, we go watch TV, we go watch series because the children are already sleeping. So we take this time to be closer together at the sofa, and we like to watch this series together. And then after one chapter, then I'm already I would say tired, almost sleeping. Then we go to bed. That's it.
Yes, man.
So I spend beside this 1 hour, maybe another hour during the day watching the news. So I would say 2 hours a day.
Just a relaxing time. You are trying relaxing. You
Yeah,
both would like
exactly.
to relaxing. Yes, yes. It's need. This is needed. So every human being needed to relax their mind. We call this the box, the nothing box. Do you know the nothing box? It's in Portuguese. It's something like the nothing box. We needed this
Oh yeah.
time. Yes, I don't know how can I say this in English, but people in Portuguese always say something like, "You should have your nothing box, a time to nothing box," and I agree with them because when I arrive at home, I cannot pay attention in anyone here. After 6, for instance, I arrive at home around 7 p.m., sometimes more than that, depends on the situation. And I just would like to grab some coffee, and sit down in front of television. And sometimes I don't even turn it on my television. I just pick up my cell phone, watch some news on Facebook and some things like that. And I drink a lot. I drink all my coffee. When I finish drink my coffee, then I'm ready. Then I'm ready to start to speak with my family, to ask about their days. How was the day? How was your day? It's because it's 20 minutes, 50 minutes that I needed to relax, to start to change my mind, because before that I was concentrated at everything which happened at my job and my responsibilities, my charges. And after I arrive at home, it's everything different. So we should try keep separated, keep apart these topics. So I don't like to bring job questions, job tasks for home. Of course, sometimes it's necessary, but I don't like to do it. Of course, I try to avoid do this as many as possible. But that's it. I needed this time just to turn it off my company session, and now I'm Rome. I'm at home. I'm with my family. I don't know if it's right, but have been work on my case. I don't know. Maybe everyone has their own way to just relax, just to turn it off their jobs. And the next question is, what type of television programs do you like to watch? So you just said about watch series. What type of series you could indicate for us? What you should recommend it? What type of series do you recommend it to us here to watch?
Well, I would say there's a lot of series that I love, but the one that I'm watching right now, the one that I watch together with my wife, is I think it's a series for a family, for one that wants watching something together with their children and together with family. It's The Chosen. I don't know if you have heard about this series.
Uh, I don't know. Can you say again? Because can you repeat? Because
So
my internet
it's
freeze.
a series about the Jesus and their and his disciples. So it's
Oh,
more about the
ah,
disciples
yes, yes, yes.
and
I know.
but that's a very nice series with that
Yeah,
one.
it was passing on Open TV, isn't it? It was passing on Open TV, but right now it's just on the Netflix. Now this series is available on Netflix, but it was available on the Record. I believe the Record. I don't know if I can say this. It's the same Record TV.
Perhaps not the same series. I know that the record
Ah,
has
okay.
this type of series, or how they say this, this graphic novel.
Yes, yes, exactly. It's something
But
like that.
this series is like a crowdfunding. It was produced like a crowdfunding. Uh,
Oh, nice. I didn't watch it that, but I believe that I know it because I don't watch this because I watch a lot of other videos, but I didn't watch it and yet. Maybe in the future I gonna look at the Netflix to see if I can find it to watch. Maybe it's gonna be awesome. If you said maybe it's gonna be awesome.
that tells more about the disciples than the Jesus. I mean, uh, tell a little bit then how they were, the kind of men and women they were. I mean, the sinners, the pagans, the mistakes they made, and
Sure.
even though Jesus chose them, even despite all those mistakes, all those all the sinners, Jesus
Makes
chose
make
them.
us humble.
Yeah, and it just make us think about, well, I'm a sinner, I make mistakes, but Jesus loved me, not
Yeah.
because of who I am, but because He is Jesus. He loved us first.
Yes, I should say that I'm a spiritual person too. I study about the Bible. Me, my family, and I, we are Jehovah Witness. I don't know if you know who is Jehovah Witness. We are, but we are have been studying a Bible every day. We try live it by the Bible. We try live it as much close as possible. Of course, as you just said, we all are imperfections, human beings, so, but we have been trying to apply everything that the Jesus example at our life. So I like when you say, I know exactly. I like to hear about Jesus, about his example for us, and that is a great one because everyone is imperfect, and we do not need it to judge ourselves because sometimes we make a lot of mistakes, even little mistakes, but the best part is that we know that we did mistakes and we try correct them. We try to not follow the same errors that we have been doing. We try to change. So, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people all over the world that they don't even try. So that is the difference. If you try to correct, if you try to do the right thing, the next one, that's nice. That's better because you need it. You look at the past, you saw that you did a mistake, and now you try and correct and move forward. That's it.
Yes, actually, is it thinking overall, if you follow Jesus, the only thing He says is just try to be a better person. That's it. Nothing than that. Don't judge others. Don't judge yourself. Just try to be better. Every day is a new day to make better, to be a better person. I think
Yeah.
that's the and love the others as you love yourself. I think it's those are the mainly, how to say, uh,
Yeah. Yes. The
that's
main the main order. The main order. Actually, one of the first order is love your God, and the second one is love your. Um, how can I say it? Love the closer to you, love the person closer to you as you love yourself. So it's the second order that Jesus gave to us. I agree with you. That's very important. They are both very important. The one and the second.
to live your life. I mean, don't judge and just be better.
Yeah, try to better and better. Try better tomorrow and tomorrow and day after day. The thing's gonna be awesome. But that the next, but not the last but not least, do you think television is useful for education in schools? What do you think? Give us your own example, because I believe you have almost the same age of mine. So I remember when I were at school, we had some. I don't know if you're gonna remember, but we have some times when the teacher brings the television for our classroom, and we watch a lot of movies. So, oh, that's nice. Today we're gonna watch movies. Oh, we're gonna not study at our class. We're gonna watch movies. So, do you remember that? Do you think that today, in current days, it's gonna work as the same used to be in the past? What do you think about television related to education?
Well, not only television, but today you have computers, tablets, cell phones. I think everything can be used as a tool, and as a tool, it can be used to improve lives or to improve the level of education in Brazil or any other country. I think many countries who already use technology for teaching, and I don't think it would be different. You're talking about TV, but it could be any other
Yeah, YouTube, as we are doing now.
technology. Yes, and you and me, I guess we both learn from YouTube, from other websites for free, and I think that's one of the best things. All the information are on the palm of your hand.
Yes, everything that you want to know is almost everything, of course, almost everything that you would like to know. People say, watch it on the YouTube, look it for YouTube, make some researches on the YouTube channel, and you're gonna learn how to do it. So, and almost everything you can do, you can set up your cell phone, you can solve a problem at your machine, at your microwaver, maybe at your motorcycle, maybe at your car. Everything you can learn. So if you can learn things, difficult things like this on the YouTube, you can learn almost everything. But as you just said, we should be careful, of course, because you just said that you have to use you can use this as a tool, but can be a good tool or a bad tool. We
Yes,
should be aware about that.
yes,
So that's nice. I agree with you. That's important. So Gustavo, we practiced almost 1 hour now, so it's 9:46 right now, and PM. And I'm so glad that we had this time to have this conversation, to know each other better, and we work as the same at the same company. But as you just said, don't even know until today. We didn't even know each other until today. So today it's gonna be the first day from I hope so, the first of the a lot of days that we're gonna have in the future. And I really appreciated practicing English with you. It was very interesting. It was a very instructor class that we have. I could practice my speaking skills a lot. I could learn new phrases with you. I could remember some new phrasal verbs, some new meanings. So that is the key. That is how we learn. We learn together, because learn by ourselves is quite difficult. But if you have someone to help us, maybe we're gonna be so far. We're gonna reach so far than just by ourselves. And you, my friend, what do you thought about our English speaking session today?
that was great. I really liked it. I mean, and I hope I can be back with also. I also improved my English a lot here, and I hope I can be back here. We can talk about uh, all the subjects about it, many things.
Of course.
At the beginning, I wasn't really comfortable with the recording, but by the time when the question was coming, I would just forgot that it was being recorded, and I feel more relaxed, and I was able to talk about all the questions you and answer all the questions that you made. But that was amazing. I really hope I can come back one day, someday.
Of course. Of course. We're
Never invite.
gonna Yes, let's make contact at our. I gonna send my WhatsApp number this talk, and we can keep in touch there, because I don't know if you know, but we have an English speaking club. As I told you, we have this countries, which each country of these flags here, which are represented this behind me. There are people from each of these countries, and we always at Saturdays, because Saturday, sometimes Sunday too, depends Sundays too, but our English speaking session official day is Saturday at 11 a.m. every Saturday, 11 a.m. And it's gonna be a nice account with you if you someday could join us. But if you don't have time at these days, no problem. We can do it as we did today. We can practice English here maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, whatever you want. Whenever you have a free time, just send me a message. But I like it today. For instance, today is Wednesday. Maybe we can just set a time to practice in the next Wednesday and things like that. But we can make this commitment after we finish this English meeting here. But I'd like to ask you, stay here. I just gonna finish our English speaking recording view, but stay here with me because I'd like to say bye for everyone who are watching us here on the YouTube channel. I'd like to say subscribe it and don't forget to give a thumbs up. Here is a channel that you are able to practice, to develop yourself, maybe build a better future with your English speaking skills, as Gustavo and I did here. I believe you can do the same. And see you guys in the next English meeting. Thank you so much for watching up to the end.